Alright, I'm back. What am I doing? I got a decent idea of where I have and have not been. Looks like, for the most part, I have to do this area along here to catch up to where I actually am in the game. Ribeiro. Okay, wait.
As you like.
Rolls of fabric and garments of various materials are arranged here, from the fine silks to spools of thick yarn.
Need a fresh jacket or pants? Something more delicate? If you have a frame, I can fit cloth to it without fuss.
The tailor eyeballs your shoulder width, doing some mental calculation. Wow, I'm having trouble reading. Let me see what you have.
Take your time. I'll give you space to browse.
I can't afford anything. The ongoing situation is I can't afford anything in the game. Osa.
Care for a fish or two, stranger? Today's catch, ripped straight from the hands of the salty wench.
The fishmonger lets out an accomplished sigh. Let me see what you have.
You'll find no fresher. Have a look.
Ugh, it really is just fish. I hate fish. Get it away from me. Amid the barrels and boxes are crates stamped with the symbol of the Royal Deadfire Company.
Welcome! Venturing out past the city. You'll want supplies, crab traps or the like for a larger game, I warrant.
The merchant sizes you up and nods.
Of course.
Let me see
Take
what you
your
have.
time.
Wow.
I shall make it so.
A neglected dog. You're my dog now. 11. A strong, musky animal smell clings to the straw bedding.
Dora must think I work for free. Be with you in just a... Almost had it. Damn your eyes.
The sun-scarred dwarf gingerly picks at a splinter in his thumb, muttering.
Hazard of the work, really.
He gives up with a frustrated grunt, shaking his hand.
Came in on the sloop? I can hammer your ship together if you're apt to pay me for it.
Zamar bares his teeth and grinds them hard enough to sound over the noise of the dock. Having some trouble with a client?
Aye. Captain Redora hasn't paid me for her commissioned firepower.
Zamar pulls at the end of his beard and winces.
While I'm up to my nose in debt, the wild mare gobbles up her coin. And now, pirates are holding my feet to the fire over some sham of a deal.
Zamar winces and tugs harder on his beard in self-administered punishment.
If I don't get Redora's payment, I might as well start carving my swallow net.
If someone bought Fedora's commission, would that solve your money problems?
Aye, but only once she fesses up that she doesn't have the coin.
Sifting among his beard, Zamar finds a black hair and plucks it out.
Call me a fool for holding out hope. She's an old client and a friend.
Why haven't you settled differences already?
Because I've got a backlog of work through the next turning of the wheel. And I'm old, damn it. These hips won't carry me to the mare and back without a fight.
In other words, we need to go to the Wild Mare. Well, that's just fine and dandy.
Mare's a right popular place. There are worse favors I could ask.
What kind of deal are these pirates offering?
One where I mend principy ships and no others.
Zamar pulls his hair back from his face with both hands, but it only returns to its tangled configuration.
And here I'd have thought a shipwright would be eager for an exclusive contract. In particular, one with clients disposed towards getting their ships shot to shit and shot again.
Folk like that come by coin easy, only to lose it all again. I'm not sinking my business on the say-so of a pack of puffed-up bilge rats. Bastards are driving away business until I give in.
If it gets me a discount on your labor, I could hunt down Medora.
You do that? A fair price goes without saying, Cully.
Zamar untangles his hand from his beard to link his thumb and forefinger with a wink.
It all comes down to blasted pans and pyres in the end, doesn't it?
Zamar spits toward the dock pilings and glances back at the work still to be done. I'd like to see your goods.
Oh, come take a look.
He steps aside to show you the contents of his crates. Here I can buy boats, and supplies, and upgrades for my boats, none of which I can afford. Alright, away I go. No, I've been to the map place as well. No, I have to go to the map place. Queen's Berth District Home.
It shall open. Finished. As you
Oh, it's got a dog. Zopnawa. I wonder if I didn't take that dog when I originally came here.
Not exactly.
Passers-by have etched a varied selection of raunchy poetry and crude drawings into the brickwork here. Wanaka.
Well met, stranger. If you feel like investing in protection, I'd be willing to trade iron for copper.
The armor presents you with a friendly smile. Your selection is fine, but I'm looking for even better equipment.
I assure you that everything I sell is well crafted.
Her smile wavers.
But I will admit I'm not quite the weaponsmith that Marihi is. Nor do I possess Uto's expertise with firearms. Marihi, you can find in Pariki's Overlook, the district to the north. Uto has a shop in the Brass Citadel, in the eastern part of Neketaka.
Let me see what you have.
Lots to see. Take your time.
He nods.
So she asked him what he calls that trick, and he says the consueli.
Broken bottles litter the cobblestones of this narrow street. The air is thick with the reek of dog scat. I know I talk to these folks later in my actual game, and it's recorded, so I'm not going to bother talking to them now. Just in case. I also think when I was up here, it was during the day, so I'm going to wait till the morning. Here we go. Yeah. To the Valera estate.
One of my eyes be open.
We're full up, I'm afraid. If you're looking for lodging, you'll have to hope there's room at the tavern.
This family scribe offers you a pleasant smile but seems preoccupied by other matters. How's business?
Well, as they say, business can always be better, yes? I'm sure I needn't bore you with the details.
The scribe bites her lower lip and diverts her gaze. You rent rooms?
We do indeed. Forgive me if I mistook you for a tenant. There are quarters set aside upstairs. Passers-by with a bit of extra coin will find a welcome cot and a meal. This is a temporary measure, of course.
She clears her throat and glances away. Who's in charge here?
You'll find Atello Valera upstairs in his study.
Why rent rooms at all, much less for short-term stays?
It's not my place to share the dealings of the Valera family, but this is all rather public.
She frowns and glances around the house self-consciously.
Suffice it to say that a family in want of coin might find alternate means of securing their finances. In the case of this estate, that means renting the occasional room. No shame in making a practical sacrifice.
You look ashamed.
But I've said enough. Speak with Atello if you have business with the Valera household.
She beckons you on in an anxious, urgent manner.
Now here's something. spill its secrets. There we are.
What am I asked?
The ticking of the clock fills the dining room in the quieter moments. Oh, I can take this stuff too. Nobody cares if you take their books.
As you like.
This gilded frame is flaking. Sounds like some people I know. Though they vary wildly in style, you note a nautical bent to most of the paintings.
I shall make it.
These pots appear to have been made locally.
I'll see what I can find.
What for, Cap? Done and done. What for, Cap?
What have we here?
Real quiet now.
As you like. It shall open to me. I can get it done.
Steal in everything from the Valeran state. This vanity seems seldom used apart from the wash basin. A fine layer of dust has settled on the surrounding
I shall make
tins
it.
and jars.
That looks complicated.
Whoops. Well, I didn't get caught stealing that because I didn't steal it at all in my actual playthrough. Whoops. Alright, let's do it.
Ah, a new face in the Valera holds.
Atello Valera's face is lined and weary, but his coat is tidily buttoned, his posture faultless. Ilmarin, at your service.
Courtly manners are welcome here.
He inclines his head.
My time is not inexhaustible, but I am willing to spare it.
He opens his palms and invites you to continue.
What can I do for you?
What does your family do for the Valiant Trading Company? Valiant Trading Company, an outward-looking mercantile order from the Valiant Republic. The 30,000 employees are tasked with delivering profit on the homeland's investment on the Deadfire. This means refining and exporting luminous Adra in enormous quantities.
Valera ships escort goods and merchants from island to island across Deadfire. The Principe dogs show us their stern whenever they spot Valera colors on the horizon.
Leave it to a swabby from the Republics to think a pirate showing them their rear be a compliment.
The Orlan chuckles at his own joke. Farewell.
Adu, what brings you to...
A new face to the Valera halls. And aren't we all so excited to see you?
Martino Valera grins from ear to ear.
I always make time for chatter. Say what you will.
What do you bring to the Valera household?
Is drama an acceptable answer?
His grin widens.
I make sure the wine cellar is stocked, and that sons and daughters alike know how to carry a blade.
Oh, very important. Farewell.
As you like.
Atello Valera has carefully etched his signature into the glass housing this model.
I'll see what I can find.
No?
Indeed.
Okay. I don't know how stealing affects things in the game. Maybe it just lowers your reputation? What say? The Green Man will not come here, yes? Nera Bardato.
Where is my postinago of a brother? You there, have you seen Laro Bardato? Madico, where is that spoiled brat?
A woman in fine clothes clutches the ledger in both hands. She searches the faces of passers-by, settling on yours with an uncertain frown. What seems to be the problem?
Laro is past due for a company meeting. Mother wants me to drag the elusive louse back by his ear.
She tucks the book under her arm.
Must be nice to be a layabout. Uncle Angbert would have tanned my hide.
Adair nods in agreement.
Fuck. I am angry and jealous in equal measure. You'd think this district was a maze, the way he manages to hide.
She glances over your shoulder and sighs, and looks back at you with sudden recognition.
The spirit magnet. Sientere, that I did not recognize you.
A Valiant expression for I'm sorry. Oh, the spirit magnet. That's alright.
If you desire to get in the graces of the Valiant Trading Company, we can help each other.
What sort of clout do you have with the trading company?
Mother's Bank commands the wealth of the Deadfire campaign.
Nira absently pats the cover of her ledger.
Could I persuade you to watch out for Laro? I'd pay generously for your trouble.
And study her hands. Nira has been digging her nails into her ledger, leaving crescent moon-shaped impressions in the binding. She notices your interest and holds the book protectively close.
I'm concerned, because Laro tends to feud with Orso, one of the local Valera rats.
What did you mean by Valera rat?
The Valeras. A brood of sea vermin playing at nobility.
She hefts her ledgers as if to bring it down on a pest.
We squabble and compete, but Laro, the pastinago, takes it too far.
You aren't exactly tearing the district apart looking for him.
Così. I only manage the family business.
She takes up her ledger with both hands, holding it like a shield.
Better to ask why Laro isn't sprinting back to look after his birthright.
I take it your mother is someone important?
It's Sally Bardato. The Valiant Trading Company leans on her to finance their mission. If only more of her offspring were as accomplished.
Nira raises her free hand and squeezes the bridge of her nose. As long as the Valiant Trading Company recognizes my usefulness, we can call it a deal.
Fuck. Consider it done.
She flips open the ledger and hastily scribbles in a column, licking the nib of her quill.
There.
She snaps the book shut.
Laro and his miscreant friends carouse at the tavern, the falls above the Adra Mill, and the southwestern bridge. If you see him, tell Laro to get his good-for-nothing ass back home.
Well, we do have this thing with chasing a rogue god to the ends of Aora, but I guess if it's on the way.
You know, I found him up here. You go to the estate first. Let's just go into the estate. Welcome to the Bardato estate. You can find Azali in her study. Thank you, sir. Go to the vault. The guard captain takes his time moving to the barred door, his armor creaking with every step. He appraises you with a lazy sweep of the eyes, while his fingers curl casually about the hilt of his blade.
You have an appointment to see the vault, sir?
Oh, I was just exploring.
De veras? Just exploring the vault that holds the Bardato fortune? Per complanca. Go upstairs before I have to sully my lady's tiles.
Diverse, a Valiant expression of questioning or confirmation, roughly translates to really or seriously? Or komplaka, a Valiant term meaning literally for mercy or for little mercy, which is taken as come on now. The captain makes a hurting motion with his arms as he shepherds you toward the stairs.
I shall make it so.
I just hope Laro doesn't bring ridicule to the Bardato name.
This instrument appears to enjoy frequent use. It is impeccably tuned. These decorative plates are all stamped with the Bardato seal.
I'll see what I can find. As you like.
Oh. Ooh, a fine pistol. I don't think I got that before.
Sorry, friend.
Sharp
Oh, it's not stealing? I'll take it then. Final Journal of Jonas. My son, tomorrow I become the effigy. Tomorrow I become Skan's embodiment. On Aora, tomorrow my master chokes on his own whip. For months we met by secret conclave to plot our landlord's demise. All the while working the fields as if our hearts were content. Skan teaches us to plot with the mind while keeping one's face impassive. inscrutable. Fair fights are for those with armies. The quiet slave is our whetstone, our focus. In his warship, our cause finds focus, clarity, and possibility. Tomorrow, my master chokes on his own whip. By the time you read this, I will be dead. I pray Skan does not abandon me for speaking of my plotting, but a son deserves to know how his father died. For I have volunteered to be the effigy. Skan will inhabit my body using the old farmer's simple flesh as a puppet of godly rage. I have been shaved and anointed. Tomorrow morning, I will be your father in name only. As my manhood will be removed, my nose and ears removed, and my useless mortal eyes will be replaced with flint stones through which a Skan might see the world. My son, I am sorry for the lies I have told you these past few seasons, but Skan demands secrecy. Even your mother knows nothing of my furtive service to the quiet slave. Curse my name if you must, but never weep for me, for I die for the betterment of our community, to smite our lord's corruption from the face of Eora. Tomorrow, my master chokes on his own whip, for tomorrow, I become the effigy. These dour portraits seem to observe your movement up and down the corridor.
I shall make it so.
Ooh, a secret.
It shall open to me.
Yes, I was been locked up. What did I get? Scroll of Blessing, hurrah! And some sort of gem.
Get it finished.
Staghorn scroll.
As you like.
Yes, the newcomer. I thought you might visit.
Keeping an eye out.
I think I'll be able to steal that chest. Hello, Azali.
Lady Izali Bardato. Custom dictates, I say, at your service. But I have not the time for such lies.
It took longer to explain the lack of time for lies than the lie itself would have taken. I think you have time to spare, Azali. She regards you with a cool expression that stands with the fighter's poise.
If you have business with House Bardato, then speak on.
Azali opens her palms and waits. I guess I'll notice something unusual. Your attention is drawn to Azali's desk. Among the assorted ledgers and documents sits a brass seal still dripping with heated wax. The drippings have dried into an almond-shaped pattern which resembles the shape of an eye fringed with bird feathers. Helia's symbol, I think. A nictitating membrane flicks across its surface in a barely perceptible wink.
Are you still with me?
Azali breaks her focus by waving her hand in front of your face. She glances between you and her tidy desk, frowning. Your desk, the eye. She glances back at her desk again, this time with impatience.
I'd venture that you're working too hard.
Yes. Your family seems very well established here.
Ugh. My bank shoulders the cost of the Valiant Trading Company's operations in the Deadfire. It is said that no Valian may wipe themselves unless a Bardato's signature approves it first.
If that's true, we gotta stop shaking hands with them.
I'm certain you've touched worse, farmhand.
Azali's mouth twitches just shy of a smirk. Wow, they're really rude to farmers here. Well, farewell. It seems I have no business with you at the moment. Off to Queen's Berth.
Have you heard about the commotion at the palace?
Of course. Something about Luminous Adra.
A giant made of Luminous Adra.
All I know is that they're all at each other's throats up there.
Someone's coming! Against a backdrop of jeering youths, a young woman raises her arms with an air of practiced drama. Before her, two men stand across from each other, mirroring scowls.
You both attest that you have made all possible efforts to come to a peaceful...
The woman trails off as you approach, and you find yourself the sudden target of the crowd's attention.
I did not send for anyone to preside over our contest.
No? You didn't hire a bodyguard, coward. We have business. What do you want?
Do you know what's going on, for starters?
This doesn't concern you.
We've come to settle a challenge.
Before he can finish, Lero quickly speaks up.
What's your words of? You want the Juana to know we're dueling?
My bad so to the tribals. We should be free to settle matters on valiant terms.
Orso glances in your direction with annoyance.
Small wonder the old empire collapsed in civil strife if this is the Valian way.
And
He
how do
sneers.
your colonies fare, Adiran?
Orso narrows his eyes at Aloth. Adiran, a nation that resulted from the merger of a human kingdom and an elf kingdom 400 years ago, ruled by Berkonig, first king, or Mequin, illustrious queen. Both Deerwood and Raidceris originated as colonies of Adir. I suppose you have a good reason for this duel.
This street thug called my family a warren of corrupt inbreds. But is there a dung heap in all the world that does not have a little Valera cousin scratching through it?
Lero opens his arm wide and smiles to the milling crowd.
That wolf he calls mother would have us live out our days polishing Bardato silver.
Orso spits at the ground between them. Is this slight worth one of your lives?
Heck, this is but one chapter in a long anthology of Bardato arrogance.
Arrogance? Per complancanet, you should thank me for my patience.
Does this have to be settled by death? Surely there are better alternatives.
Nothing less than the total disgrace of the Valeras would satisfy me.
Then you will die unfulfilled.
Keep talking and I'll draw your soul into the great beyond.
Miller, scatter!
Lero whistles to his attendants and they break apart in a disorganized exodus from the scene. Seraphim snickers quietly. Joti puffs out a heated breath.
What? Where are you going, you stuffed shirt? Hey, wait!
Orso and his comrades scramble to follow suit.
This isn't over, you coward! You can't hide behind your corrupt mother forever!
Orso leaves the arena in a hurry. So that's not what I originally did.
Ahoy, Captain. If I could bend your ear a moment, I'll be aiming to thank you for bringing me aboard.
A third hand at his belly and one heel out, he bows deeply, drooping ear almost touching the ground.
You run a tight shop, and you ain't no terrible person, neither. It'd be a welcome change from the Gentleman of Leisure.
Tell me a little about the Gentleman of Leisure.
The Gentleman is only the finest ship among the Principi, and Captain Ferrante our most respected shipmaster. It were 2 honors and a half to be chosen to join his crew.
I detect a butt in there.
Aye, you ain't wrong. Joining the Gentleman meant leaving the Sorcerer, leaving the only family I've ever known.
Family?
I never knew no kin till the Sorcerer. They be my salt family. And to me, that'd be better far than blood.
Why were you willing to leave that crew to join mine?
Don't sell yourself a Suole short, Cap, nor me neither. I know an opportunity when I board it.
He chuckles.
I'd seen what there were to be seen upon the Gentleman, learn what ropes were to be learned. Methinks a watcher after a dead god'll thrust me into an whole new set of eye openings.
Joti's eyes gleam with a dark amusement.
And believe you me, I do appreciate myself a good thrust.
He grins. Faint trace of a smile forms on Adir's lips. Thoughtful, Joti rubs the knuckle along the edge of her jaw. Aloth rolls his eyes. Well then, you're welcome, I guess.
I've a gift for you. This trinket be from one of the first ships I hunted. Malnage would have snatched it had I not found the perfect hiding spot.
And so where did you hide it? I have a feeling I know where this is going to go.
Oh no, were I to tell you that, you mightn't want it no more.
Oh no. Seraphim gives an innocent whistle while scratching his ass as subtly as one could scratch it. Adair seems pleased. Joti's eyes gleam with a dark amusement.
Just a jest, Cap. Nay, I tucked it away in my beard. Didn't wear braids back then, so my hair caught about everything from feathers to fish bones. Malnage shook me down for plunder after each raid. I figured out she wouldn't go nowhere near my beard. Said my face were like a saw-rip fetish.
Why did Malnage treat you so badly?
Don't rightly know for sure, Cap. Thought at first she wanted me. Lasses be that way sometimes, treating you worse the more they fancy you.
They're so complicated.
Given she tried to get me killed twice within our first fortnight together. I thought mayhaps you were in deepest love.
He chuckles quietly. I suppose love does make people do crazy things.
Aye, Captain. You ain't farting out your mouth there.
He nods sagely. Were you attracted to Melnage?
Didn't fancy her in the least. But a man has needs. I figured at the time that she were as wet as any other lass.
Well, she was on a boat.
Figured I'd give her a whisper about what we might get down to in the hold. Her answer were an unequivocal no, made with a sharpness. Might have been the closest I've ever been to death.
He winces and rubs his throat. Well, thank you for the gift, Seraphim.
You be entirely welcome. Now, if you'll pardon me, I've roundabout reached my limit for sentiment.
Seraphim salutes, grinning broadly, and turns away. You've gained an item, Cypher's Shackle. Then, that conversation with Seraphim might actually already exist in a later recording. And then I gave it to Seraphim. Ball. People to give it to? Alright.
There, look what the Watcher's given me. It's pretty as a picture, ain't it?
Yeah, so how I resolved that duel when I actually played was I ended up lying to them about some Huana showing up. I guess my bluff was higher.